Yeah, hello. Welcome on Martin's channel. That is my CNC I built in the last few weeks or month, the last 6 weeks. What would I do different in the next part? This is a prototype. It is precise to at least 200 of a millimeter. I don't go the inch route. This is somewhat 002 bananas. This is a Masso controller. This is under the hood is a X22 Spindle. It is for my purpose. It is somewhat too weak, but nevertheless, it is a very good spindle from Spinogy. And good people, they care for you, but you have to know what you are buying. Since you cannot test stuff like this, you have to go the cheapest route and then see what you get. At least I had about zero clue, more or less, before at least 8 months ago. No, 6 months ago. That is what I came up with. I studied all what I've found on the internet for those time, and this is what you can build with it. It cost about 5 grand because I made the mold myself. When you want to buy the frame, yeah, now the frame is under all what you see. I can, when you ask me, I can show you some image, but you can just watch the FS 3 MG from Matthias Müller. I get inspired from his design, and this is what the result is. The machine is precise to 002 bananas or millimeters. This is a client's prototype. It is some nut I have to make 5 pieces of. In the next few days I ordered some material. This is the Masso controller. I love this thing. It's really nice. It is, again, I had no idea how to install all the motors or whatsoever. The motors are inside here. I glued them to the board there, but they fell off, so that's it. What else? This is the controller of the spindle. I did nothing to this. I just plug and play it like it is mentioned on the manual, so it is not the impossible task when you start with absolutely no know-how. You just have to follow the manual, and this is why I got this Masso thing. It is plug and play. You can put in all cables like mentioned in the manual and it will work. What else? Yeah, I had some adjustment problems, and the Masso forum community, especially Breezer, was helping me out. So Zombie Engineer 2, thank you for your inputs. The smoothing in the Fusion 360 was the key to get the fluid movement. This is the acceleration and feet values here. I started with 10-fold less than this is. I started with about 300 and 125. Now it's 4K. This is the y-axis is the same. I started with less than this, and then 10-folded it. The z-axis I leave slow in acceleration. Why? Because when I want to destroy the spindle, I will get certain that it rams fast into the board under full load. Then I'm certain the machine will, or the spindle will get heavy damage. But that's just my worries. So I left that slow. What else? What do I do different? The plate is too heavy for my gusto. It has 43 kilos. The head has 50 kilos. The head I don't care at all, because you can move it by hand really easy. You can flip it in one or the other direction. The table you can move by hand too. this is not the problem of hand movement, but the problem starts to appear when there gets shakiness induced in the milling. How does the shakiness appear? Well, from the fast stop and acceleration of the machine bed. The machine shake it someday really heavy because of the code and the misalignment of the speeds. So I started to think about why this happens, and I saw the circles, and I have seen the machine cut circles, and the machine did not jump around. So I came up with the idea of why not cut all shapes in circle motion. I like circles. It's round, it's working, so why not? And that's that you can adjust in the fusion here. This is a contour milling, contour 2D, and I did just there. Those are the two main adjustments I use to get some circular motions made by the machine. There's the smoothness. It's now on 2 micron. I like this. This gives a good code. I tested Mastercam and Fusion, and Mastercam did make some better smoothing from house, from how they programmed it. And now, but I will not buy the the Mastercam from McMasters, I assume. I don't know. I'm not certain about this. But because Fusion is free, so why piss away a few grands on software? What else? There is some Überprüfung. It is called testing. You can go and test with some probing the parts you make, but unfortunately I did not get to work those both components, Fusion and the Masso, because it is not I assume they are working on it, but I have not heard anything new. So what else? When you don't want too much shakiness, you have to change the smoothness, and you have to adjust your acceleration values and speeds. Then the momentum of the movement of the heavy things will get lost in the slow motion. The shakiness only can appear on the machine when it is hard, when some heavy things get hard, stopped and go. Then the momentum goes in the frame and the frame starts to wiggle. And this is how I came up with a solution. Well, what else? Don't buy a too small spindle. This has only 2.2 kilowatts. It is the X22 HSK32. I like those things, man. They are really nice. But I would buy some bigger spindle, HSK63, with at least 6 kilowatts, because the machine is somewhat underpowered for how I like to work with it. At least today, since my experience changed. Yeah, what else? Well, that's it. When you want to adjust your machine so it is not shaking too much, change to round motions and adjust the acceleration and acceleration values. That will help. Well, that's all. Have a nice day. Bye. And when you get the Fusion, when you get the Masso, don't worry, just plug and play. When you have questions about how to mount the X22 spindle from Spinogy, write me some comments and I send you some images of the cabling or the wiring or whatever. Leave a thumb up here. Thanks out to Masso Forum. Thank you really much. Best controller I've seen so far. worth the money. What I should buy it would be this cable thing you have there. That then I can mount the second board down there, get the cable up and mount it. Would looking sexier than this slab of cables. Yeah. That's it. Thanks. Bye.